Since the beginning of time, human beings have been concerned with their own appearance. To help humans achieve a better look, plastic surgery was invented. Plastic surgery can be defined as a specialty involving restoration, reconstruction, or alteration of the human body. Plastic surgery can be utilized for victims of poor trauma, including accidents, burns, birth defects, infections, and diseases. A great deal of people undergo body-altering surgery because they are simply not satisfied with their own bodies. People today get facelifts, nose reshapings, breast augmentations, liposuctions, scar revisions, and many more. Throughout time, many aspects of plastic surgery have changed, from the techniques to the instruments, and even the materials. There are no bounds when it comes to plastic surgery, allowing people to improve any undesirable quality they have. But how did it all come to be? Well, let's start at the beginning.
About 13.8 billion years ago, there was a massive explosion in the sky which many individuals call the Big Bang. The Big Bang set forth different stars and elements. The stars provided an energy source that would become a key Goldilocks condition for life. Some of the chemical elements made in the explosion were hydrogen and helium, which were essential for more complex elements to form. These complex elements, stars, and other matter were combined through gravitational pull to create our solar system. This eventually allowed for the creation of Earth. Earth had the absolute perfect conditions in order for life to form. After a while, life had evolved from single-cell organisms to a huge variety of multicellular organisms, which include humans. Ever since humans came around, there have been many accidents or birth deformities that have led to the people changing the way that they look.
In India during 9th century BC, there was a healer known as Maharishi Sushruta, who was a medical mastermind who wrote a book known as Sushruta Samhita, which described countless different conditions, surgeries, and treatments. Sushruta performed the first recorded instance of rhinoplasty by getting the individual whose nose needed fixing absolutely smashed, first, uh, first with copious amounts of alcohol as an anesthetic. Then he used the leaf to trace out the part of the nose that needed to be fixed and proceeded to cut off a flap of skin from the cheek or forehead of where the tracing was. Now, wherever he was going to place the new flesh on, he shoved two plant stalks in the individual's nose to keep its proper shape, and then proceeded to rub that part raw with a knife. Soon after, he sutured the skin onto the nose area, covered it with cotton, and waited for everything to fully heal. With a slightly less disfigured nose as a result, with a slightly less disfigured nose as a result. Sushruta used the same technique to perform some revolutionary reconstructions on people with disfigured noses or damaged skin. In the next 1,000 years, Sushruta's techniques were spread around the world, and rhinoplasty became one of the largest cosmetic surgeries. The growing popularity of such procedures were also due to the barbaric custom adopted by many kingdoms to cut off the upper lips and noses of many enemy soldiers.
During the 16th century, a man named Gaspare Tagliacozzi first started nose grafting with the help of skin flaps from the upper arm. Medicine history names him as the father of plastic surgery. He used such techniques mainly to correct the saddle nose deformity in people. Gradually, the techniques of plastic and cosmetic surgery became more refined and precise. However, such surgical procedures were categorized under standard therapeutic surgeries. In 1798, Percier Dassault of Greece named such surgeries as plasticos, which means holding. The term plastic surgery was later evolved from this term.
A major discovery that kicked off extremely successful plastic surgeries was Joseph Priestley's discovery of the airs of oxygen. He was the first to isolate oxygen, which allowed for the creation of nitrous oxide, a type of anesthetic which affects the nervous system by calming it down and causes numbing of the body so the patient does not feel pain during the surgery. More recently, cosmetic surgeons have learned different ways to augment the breast shape and size in women. In the 19th century, the first breast enlargement procedure was performed using rubber, ivory, paraffin, and glass. The first breast reconstructive surgery was done by Czerny on an actress to remove a breast tumor. Shortly after, The breast augmentation surgery was first in the USA using silk floss, silk, celluloid, and other foreign materials. Disappointingly, these materials would not hold up. Eventually, surgeons discovered that silicone injections were the perfect material for breast augmentation surgeries. Today, plastic surgeries are performed in a sterile environment with precision designed tools and materials that reduce complications.